What up, world? It's Woe in the building. Sitting here with Teflon the Don. You rapping with intellects. Except you ain't just rapping with intellects today. Today is the Holy Sabbath, so we gonna keep this day holy, and we about to take y'all to church today. You know what I'm saying? And when I say we taking y'all to church, I don't mean we taking y'all to man-made religion. No, we taking you to information that I pulled directly from the ether, directly from the universe. God sent me this information, and I've been able to confirm it through written texts and things that people call scriptures. But I received this information from God himself. So, and I'm sorry for even calling God a him, because he's not a him. God is no man. So when I say himself, I should be saying thyself or something like that, because God is not a man. Let's get that straight first. Now, I want y'all to interact with me on finding out who God is, and then once we find out who God is, and we all gonna figure this out together, then we gonna find out and figure out who Satan is, who Lucifer is. So this is this episode is about who God is and who Satan is. And God always come first, so Satan gonna have to take the back seat for a minute. You know what I'm saying? And we about to talk about who God is. So, okay, God. The Christians say God is Jesus or Jehovah, or both. Some call him the Holy Trinity. They say he's all one. So Jesus, who was a man, or they say God in the flesh, but he still was a man. He bled, he peed, he probably boo-booed. You know what I'm saying? He ate. He was a carpenter. That's what the Bible says. So he did carpentry. So do my hairdresser. She do it too. But, so, the Muslims say it's Allah. Then you got the Buddhists for Buddha. And you got the Mayans, Kukulkan. You know, you got all these people. They got different names for their gods. But, we're going to go back to the Christian. Jesus was a man. They killed him, strung him up on the cross. He used to get on his knees and pray to either, they say he was praying to himself, so that sounds, kind of like he had some type of personality disorder or something. You know what I'm saying? Get on my knees and pray to my other self in the sky. Or he was praying to a higher power. But Jesus prayed. He didn't just snap his fingers and make things happen. He prayed and made them happen. That's what he did. It's what all anointed men, because to be Christian, to be a Christ, mean you are anointed. There were more anointed men. David was anointed. Solomon was anointed. There was a lot of anointed men that was anointed to be the king over Israel. And all of them failed. David failed. He sent some soldier off to war so he could sleep with his wife. Solomon failed because he had 100 wives, and one of his wives got him to bow down to another god. Now this is in the Bible. I'm telling y'all scripture right now. This ain't what God told me. I'm telling y'all scripture. But it says in the Bible. So we're talking about the Bible and what Christians go by, because the Christians that tell you must believe everything in the book. It's the word of God, all of it. So, from Adam failed, first man, and all these reasons they be like, oh, the woman, Samson, the woman cut his hair, his braids, his strength was in his hair. Delilah, when you sleep, cut his hair, they came in, they killed him. So the Bible make all these references to all the anointed men of God failed God, and they try and say a woman was somewhere involved of being a part of the reason why they failed. It's the Bible. So if God gotta pray, I'm not gonna worship him, because that means he got weaknesses. he got to pray to somebody else for some power. I'm not worshiping you. I'm not worshiping a God that's weak, or got to go to somebody else for some help. I'm coming to you for some help, and you got to go ask somebody else. Oh, I'm not going to worship you. No. I'm not going to worship Jesus, because he had to go get help from another entity. He asked that other entity, why have thou forsaken thee? That was his last words on the cross. Why have thou forsaken? He felt forsaken up there in pain. He felt forsaken. You can't forsake yourself. Oh, I'm going to forsake myself for a minute and act like I don't see myself down there getting tortured. No. Now it makes sense. So anybody believing that must ain't read the Bible for themselves. I have. Whole book. Or they not really looking for the truth. They just believe in something because it's there. Everybody else doing it. Everybody else believe it. It must be right. So we established clearly Jesus ain't God. But there are men who was Christian, anointed by the Most High. They were Christ-like. Was there a Christ that never sinned? I don't know. Can't make that call. You know what I'm saying? If it was, it was. We need to be like dude. You know what I'm saying? We need to be like dude that showed us you can walk this earth and never sin. Never lie, never steal, never kill, never sleep with people's wives or husbands. You know, don't use God's name in vain. And the number one, don't put no other gods before God, the Most High God, the original God of the universe. So the Muslims call him Allah, but Allah is just a name. You ask a Muslim who is Allah, they're gonna be like, oh, he's God. Okay, well, I asked you who's God, you told me Allah. So, but you're not telling me exactly who or what God is. Christians tried to give you someone, something, physical manifestation of what the Most High God is. They tried to give you that because people want to believe in something that they can see. In the Bible, the reason why God even gave the children of Israel kings was because they wanted kings. God said, I don't think it's a good idea. They like, oh, we just want a king, that represents you, and, we could pay homage to him, and that's pay homage to you. God said, all right, this is what y'all want. That's what the Bible said. That was the only reason why we even had kings of Israel that was anointed by God, was because other humans wanted it. God told them, I don't think it's a good idea. It's been proven to not been a good idea all the way up until now. Proven. But let's go back to who is the original God. Who is the God that the first commandment is talking about when he say, thou shalt not put no other gods before me? So that means God is acknowledging there are other gods. But he like, hey, don't put them before me. So that's the first commandment in the Bible. So when you ask yourself, what's me? Who is the original God of the universe? Who created the universe? Who created the sun, the moon, the stars, and the quasars? Like they said, what was that? Boys in the Hood or something?
Exactly.
Who created all those? So let's take you back to the beginning. So everything in the universe is elements. That's what you got the periodic table for. You got, atoms, neurons, neutrons, all that. So when those things come together, you get actual energy elements that can start creating things. Now this is science, but the Bible tells you that the world was created in 6 days. God rested on the seventh, and when the sun comes up, that means day, and when it goes down, that means night. So God is telling you about the sun, what's light, what's night, what's darkness. What's water? The Bible is explaining that. So when you say science and you say science and religion don't mix, soon as the Bible starts saying God created the world in 6 days and he rested on 7, and they use the number 6, that's math. Math is a formula of science. It's all together. You know what I'm saying? So when you say 6 days and then you start talking about the sun rose, so that's an element. That's an actual physical element of a ball of fire burning in our helium, whatever, in our sky. You know what I'm saying? And when that comes up, that's daytime, and it's letting you know the difference between day and night. This is the Bible. So the correlation is there. Science and religion, you cannot separate it. It's automatically together. You know what I'm saying? So when you talk about the sun coming up and that's being light and it's going down, that's night. So that's God letting you know the difference between light and darkness. He's letting you know the difference between the different elements. So us as human beings, now we already know what common sense is, right? So we about to figure out who God is with natural common sense. Everybody's taught this from birth. Fire. Can fire hurt you? Yes. You teach your kids from birth. Stove, hot, don't touch. Fire, no, burn. These things you're teaching your kid early age. Fire, kill you. But that's a natural element of the universe. Man don't create fire. You can't take credit and patent fire. You probably can patent a lighter that can create a spark of flame in your hand at will, and take this lighter and you can, use it to light a candle or incense, or you can take it and burn down every house in the neighborhood, because fire is a destructive element. It has destructive properties. It can kill you. It can destroy you. Fire is a light element. Fire has been used to enlighten rooms. It's been used as a light source. You know what I'm saying? Before electricity, everything was candles and torches to illuminate the streets and people's houses before electricity. Then Nikola Tesla, you know what I'm saying, it claimed he the one, came up with alternate current. So you got electricity, another form of light, which has been demonstrated by the electric chair can kill you. Electricity can kill you, destroy your physical body. It can hurt you, it can kill you, destroy your physical body, right?
Yeah, not just that, people who actually have been struck by lightning bolts.
Right, exactly. So, and I'm pretty sure they ain't like, oh, that felt good.
Nope.
Yeah, pretty sure, very painful. Probably had 3rd-degree burns, all type of stuff. If they survive. You can survive.
Yes.
But it's going to hurt. It's hurt your physical body.
Very much.
Bring pain. That's not a good thing. Water. We need water to live. If you don't drink water, you'll die, right?
Exactly.
But
hydration.
Right. But water can also kill you, can't it?
Of course. You could drown.
Right.
Suffocate you.
So water can destroy your body, right?
Yeah. You can also drink too much water.
Right. So you can drown yourself just by drinking too much water.
There you go.
Water can kill you.
That's a fact.
Duh. Everybody know. You teach your kids that. Young ages. You watch them around water. You just don't let your kids playing around pools and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you know water can kill them. You don't want your kids to die. You don't want to die. People want to live. And people definitely don't like pain. So, fire can kill you. Lightning can kill you. The sun, the most natural source of light we have,
Oh, yeah.
can kill you.
Yeah.
Kills people every year.
It does. That's a fact.
It's a destructive element. It has destructive properties in it. Mm-hmm. It destroys.
Yep. Overexposure to the sun.
Yeah. So, water, wind. Oh, wind. Wind can kill you, right?
Of course.
Can destroy your physical body.
Yes, it can. Especially
the air you have to breathe in order to stay alive, can also kill you.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Common sense. They like, well, come on, War, get to the point. What's going on? We know this, right? Y'all know this, right? Okay, name one way, and I'm going to give y'all a little time to think about this. Name one way darkness can hurt you or kill you. Just one.
We'll give y'all some time.
Give you a little time to think about that. Name one way darkness can kill you or destroy your physical body. Name one time you remember telling your kid, hey, don't go in that dark room. It's going to hurt.
It's going to choke you.
You're going to die.
It's going to kill you, though. It's gonna
Darkness hurts.
It's going to hurt you.
Name one time. You've been told your whole life, light is good, darkness is bad. Every time they make a reference to the dark, it's always in a negative sense. Either metaphorically speaking, or in scary movies, the monster don't come get you until it come out of darkness. So I'm going to give you a little bit time to think and come up with one way darkness can physically hurt you or kill you. One. I hope we gave you enough time to think about, one way the darkness can hurt you. And I know some of you people out there that, intelligent people that or think you intelligent, probably was like, the lack of vitamin D. Well, Google it. Look it up. Look it up. Is a proven fact that the lack of sunlight will kill you. It's never been proven. You know why? Because it's parts of the planet where people go 6 months with no daylight. It's been proven that life can exist without no light. Its life exists deep down in our ocean where no light can even get. It's pitch black. It's life down there. If human beings is the supreme being of this planet, then if anything else can survive without light, we can. If not, then we're not supreme, right? Whatever species that can survive without light is supreme. Because if anything ever happened and the sun get blocked out, we all dead, right? And they still gonna be around. So that means they supreme. Which is already a proven fact that life can exist without light. None. And even if that theory was true, darkness still didn't hurt you. Just lack of vitamin D hurt you, which you can get vitamin D from other sources.
Yeah, you don't need sunlight for that.
Besides sunlight. If you ain't know.
Vegetables.
You don't need the sun to get vitamin D. So the darkness still didn't hurt you or kill you. Like fire, water, wind, earth can. Every single element in the universe can hurt you or kill you besides darkness. Darkness is the only element that's 100% love and peace. It has no destructive properties in it at all. So if God is 100% love and peace, and God is everything, and everything is God, so that means God is the light. God is the sun, He's the stars, He's the moon, He's the air, He's the ground, He's the grass, He's everything. So when God is everything, and everything is God, the only part of all that everything that's has no destructive properties in it at all is the only element that's omnipresent, meaning it's everywhere at all times. It's the only element that when you go outside and you look up at a clear sky, that's 95% of space you looking at is darkness, dark matter, dark energy, and it's an actual element on the periodic table. It's alive. It has energy. It has power in it. Scientists has already proven that too. They're admitting that now too. They're admitting it because we've been talking about it. We've been telling people about dark matter, dark energy since 2003.
Way back.
People this back since 2003. You could go look in the Library of Congress. I got a song called We All Black. In the song I say we all black, not in the sense of a race, but in the case of the infinite space. So God's black. So when you understand, when we're talking about light and the darkness, we ain't talking about race. We talking about elements. We talking about things that's used to power everything. We use fire to power everything. Wind, water, these electricity, the sun. These are our main sources of energy. So when you find out that it's an element more powerful than all of them combined, and it's called dark matter, dark energy, unlimited power. And you ain't found one person been able to tap into it yet. Only access we got to it is through communications. And God allowed that because he wanted the flow of information. He wanted it to so y'all could have no excuse to be like, God, I ain't know. How? You had a smartphone, homie. I made sure of that. Made sure of that. Everybody had one. You could be the poorest person on the planet. Somehow you got a smartphone. Obama was giving them out. Obama phones. All you had to do is get linked. That let you know they was giving them to the poor people. Yeah. You don't gotta be on Facebook and Instagram all day. You could Google and research anything you wanna know. Right there in the palm of your hands. Google right now, dark matter, dark energy. Watch how much information pop up on it. Morgan Freeman got a show on the Science Channel called Through the Wormhole. Einstein said the fastest way to get from one point to the next ain't moving at the speed of light. No. Because to move at the speed of light, you move in a straight line. That's where you get the number 1 from. 1 is a representation of light. 1, that's where you get the letter L from. You know what I'm saying? For light. But Einstein said, if we can take 1 point, instead of moving in a straight line from 1 point to the next at the speed of light, if we can take this point and bring it to this point and create a wormhole using dark matter, dark energy, then we go from 1 point to the next instantaneously. So when I dial something and I send that message up through the ether, and it bounce off a tower and it bounce off a satellite and be in Africa, and I'm communicating through somebody through the ether in real time, we're using dark matter, dark energy. I don't care what they call it. That's what it is. So your whole life, you're trained to look at the darkness as your enemy. Because as soon as you find out that your essence, your soul is made out of darkness, and you realize that darkness is going through your body at a billion times per second, something Morgan Freeman said on this show Through the Wormhole, I could believe that. Probably more than that. But it's all around you all the time, and it's unlimited energy in there. So all I gotta do is humble myself and tap in it through love and peace, and I can access all the knowledge and all the energy and information of the universe. Immediately you become free. Immediately you are free. So when you understand, when you bring 1 point to the next, and you create that wormhole using dark matter, dark energy, that's because 0 comes before the one. Darkness comes before the light. So when you talk about your Christians, let's go to our Christians that's always talking about the light, the light. But in the Bible it says Satan will come as the angel of light. Lucifer means light bearer.
Yes, that does. It's a fact.
He was a seraphim, a serpent fire angel, non-human entity, alien, extraterrestrial, whatever you want to call it. He wasn't normal. He ain't have no soul like we got. His essence was made out of light. He's a light being. Yeah. So when you talk about him getting mad, God created man and said man will rule the earth and over everything in it. And I'm going to give man a piece of my original essence. Darkness, dark matter. That's why everybody have a little black hole in the middle of their eye that leads to your soul. Everybody got one of those. Find me a person without a pupil. Why you think in the Element songs, Dark Matter, which you gonna hear later on, I'm gonna play in this episode. Shout out to Big Phil D and DJ Carbeezy down there in Memphis at UREG, keeping the Elements, Dark Matter in heavy rotation. Those some very aware brothers down there. Memphis is some very, very highly intelligent people in Memphis. Shout out to Memphis. I know I'm getting off track, but that song made me think about them because they down there banging that Elements, Dark Matter. But let's go back to proving that. What y'all looking at me probably like, what was War saying? God is the darkness. I'm saying God is everything, and I'm saying there's more darkness in it. Darkness is 95% of the universe. All the rest is 5%. So God is 95% darkness. He's 95% love and peace. He got that little 5. He's really 100% love and peace. That 5% of destruction, when God used fire, wind, water, when he used those other elements to destroy, it's always to destroy pure evil. People don't want to talk about that though. People don't want to talk about that. People want to talk about these hurricanes. Oh, it's hurt. It's the government. Stop giving these people more credit than they deserve. Stop letting these people tell you they gods and they don't even want to be men. People ain't no gods. You're not a god. You're a man created in God's image, intended to become godlike. Are you godlike? How you gonna be godlike and you ain't even know who God was? I just told you God is 95% darkness. Your whole life you've been thinking darkness is bad and it's evil. You heard it here first. I apologize if y'all probably like dude snapping. You gotta understand this is common sense. When God told me he was in the darkness, I felt this big. Anytime you talking to God, you're gonna feel this big. Because everything he gonna tell you, you're gonna feel like, dang, how did I already know that? How did I miss that? And God told me, he said, you know how hard the enemy works? Do you know how hard? You're going to see. And the more I stay aware, every movie script, they using the word darkness in a negative sense. Every TV show, every reality show. And now that I'm telling y'all, keep your eyes open. Watch how many people refer to the darkness as evil, and you still can't tell me one way it can hurt you. or kill you. Not one way. So how is it evil? But every time you hear somebody that worship the light beings that illuminate, yeah. So be real careful around people that worship the light. Kukulkan, the Mayans, they worship Kukulkan. He was a serpent god. God of the sun. The Egyptians, the Pharaoh, Ra, the sun god Ra, Isis, Osiris, all that Egyptology based on worshiping Ra and the sun, all that's Luciferian. All of it. Anybody down here trying to tell you it ain't no God bigger than you. You are God. That's Luciferian. Yeah. So now that I done told y'all who God is, let me make sure I covered all bases on the darkness. Okay, no I haven't. So, when you close your eyes, right? Go to sleep, right? Boom. What do you see? Darkness. You gotta close your eyes every night to go to sleep in order for your body to heal itself. If you do not go to sleep, your body cannot heal itself. So your body heals in the darkness? No, your body creates in the darkness. You were created in a womb for 9 months, no light. When you come out, the first pain you feel is that light hitting your eye. First time it's ever seeing light. Hurt his eyes. It's like you waking up early in the morning on one of them real bright sunny days and the sun hurting your eyes. You riding down the street like this with the sun visor. Barely can open up your eyes because the sun hurting so bad. That's how a little baby feeling when it's first being born. Yeah. In that womb that's being created. Yeah, so if you put a seed on top of the dirt,
right.
Like you just drop a seed on the ground.
You didn't take the time to
pour water on it. Water it every day. It's getting sunlight. Mm-hmm. Will it grow?
No. It will never grow.
Why? What's the most important part of growing something?
Putting it under the dirt, giving it that darkness.
Planting it.
Yep.
So you could dig a hole, put the seed in the hole. If you don't cover it up and plant that seed, it ain't gonna grow. In the egg. It's like when something goes into a cocoon. It's putting itself in total darkness so it can create and change its form. Creation comes out of darkness. So when you close your eyes and go to sleep to find peace, God gave you something that's so remarkable. It's eyelids. They're remarkable. All you gotta do is do this. You could block out all light. It's a bright light in my face right now. I could tell it's shining, but I still see darkness. You feel me? That light can't penetrate these eyelids. That's what God gave us. Whenever you want to close your eyes and become one with the universe and one with the Creator and humble yourself to a love and peace state, some people call it yoga. They want to call it everything besides what it is. They don't want you to identify exactly who and what God really is. Because once you do that, you're not a slave anymore. You're out of the matrix. What I'm giving y'all, what God is giving y'all right now through me is the opportunity to choose the red or the blue pill. You can stay in the matrix, stay living a lie, or you tap into the original source of the universe. And when I tell you, everybody can do it. Don't matter if you're white and black. White people, y'all been lied to. Yeah, you've been lied to. Why would you? Because the more darkness you have, the more protected you are from the natural elements of the universe. The more protected you are from the sun, the more protected you are from water and its wearing on your physical body. So the less you have means nothing if you getting on your knees and you tapping into all the darkness in the universe. That darkness can shield you from the sun, from the water. The water and the sun, the wind, all that bows down to the darkness. All of it. Darkness could swallow it all up easily, any day. Any day. These elements aren't our enemy. The light isn't our enemy. The light, the serpent, seraphim, fire angels, them extraterrestrials that was cast down here, then their souls is made of light. Those are our enemies. Every enemy to the human race. And when you know anything about serpents, they're like chameleons. They can shapeshift. They can look like humans. So if you ever heard of the reptilian bloodline, you ever study any and every culture in the world, every culture in the world talks about serpent gods or refer to serpent being type of entities. Every culture. Not just the Christians in the Bible with the serpent in the Garden of Eden. No, go look it up. How many cultures believe in serpent gods or serpent human type beings? And we're going to conclude this segment right now. We're going to come back later and we're going to tell y'all exactly who Satan is.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Unless I think of one more point I gotta prove about the darkness to y'all. So, because I gotta hit it from every angle to let y'all know. And I'll make sure I get that to y'all before I give y'all who Satan is. So, when I come back, I might hit y'all with that again too. But other than that, y'all stay tuned, man. And research and look up anything I'm saying. Because it cannot be disputed. Cannot be debated. Anybody want to try? Hit me up, let me know. We could do this live. You could look like a fool. Live. So. Alright, world. We back.
Back at it again. It's your boy Teflon the Don. Rapping with the Intellects.
And your boy Woe. You know how I do it. I'm here to expose everything. They done forced my hand. So we ain't holding nothing back now. I think everything happens for a reason. And the way things has been going in the world and with politics, you know, I've been having this information for a long time. It's definitely people close to me and people around me. They been knowing this stuff. You know, I've been sharing all this information with as many people as I came in encounter with. You know what I'm saying? We've been, people know what was the dark matter do. I remember one guy, he called me the dark matter expert. Like, yeah, whoa, the dark matter expert on the dark matter. I thought that was pretty funny. But I takes no credit, man. I give all the glory to the Most High, man. I ain't no expert. You know what I'm saying? God spoke to me. I heard his voice. You know what I mean? That's all that is. Yeah. I was in a position in my life where, you know, I was ready to stop believing in God altogether. You know, being born under Islam, you know, studying Christianity, studying all other religions, I just realized that religion wasn't the way to go. Like, it would take you a whole lifetime to figure it out trying to study religions. I started talking to God personally, and God told me that's what you're supposed to been there. You should have came to me to ask me about me. Don't go to no book to find out about me. Come to me. Don't go to no pastor, no preacher. If you really believed I exist, why you ain't then come holler at me? That's what I did. A lot of people, y'all be trying to do that, but you not really listening. You can't do it and hold on to what you think you know who God is. So you can't be like, oh, I'm a Christian. I think God is Jesus, and then I'm pray to Him and hoping, thinking some dude about to come knock at your door and holler at you. You know what I'm saying? It's closest thing to Christ you gonna get, man. You don't even know. It might be closer than you think. And He ain't got time to be coming knocking at your door. You know what I'm saying? All you had to do is go holler at God yourself. With the conclusion of God in the darkness, don't be scared of the dark. You need to tell you stop preaching that blasphemous to your kids about the light and the darkness. Now let's talk about the light. Let's talk about these light beings, these seraphims, these fallen ones, the Watchers. Remember that song by Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, The Watchers. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's a classic.
Definitely. What was that? Volume 3, something like that?
I believe so.
Yeah. This was after Pac was dead. You know what I'm saying? You see me around some cheese, hanging with hustlers around the G's. That's Dr. Dre. He on the other side now. You know what I'm saying? Pac came at him. It was all bad. East Coast, West Coast. Shout out to Tupac, man. If you still alive, I do not know. Wherever you at, in heaven, Cuba, I don't know, man. Shout out to you, man. That was a real soldier, man, that wasn't scared to say Illuminati. So, in the Bible, God's name was Yahweh. Jesus was God's son. That wasn't God. He wasn't the Father. He never claimed to be the Father. Jesus said, I am the Son. He said, I'm God's son. He said to the high priest of Israel, when they was questioning who he was, he said, didn't I say ye are gods? He said, y'all. He called them gods. Didn't I say ye are gods? He said, I didn't even say I'm a God. I said, I'm God's son. And you trying to persecute me? So Jesus never even claimed to be God. No. God's name in the Bible is Yahweh. Translated into English, that's Jehovah, Jehovah. However you want to pronounce that A sounded, because in Hebrew there is no vowels. You know what I'm saying? So you could pronounce that however you want. So by you saying Jehovah, that's still the same thing as Jehovah. You just the A is lowercase sounding or higher case sounding.
Sure.
No, it's the same thing. Same thing. So, who y'all know calling themselves Jehovah?
Oh.
Anybody else?
Nope. I mean, I don't know. I might be missing somebody, but I've never heard anybody else call themselves Jehovah.
Have y'all?
Ever.
Have y'all ever heard somebody say, call me Jehovah? On top of that, have you ever heard the President of the United States refer to that same person as being the person that the president asked to help him on his campaign? Obama. This same person, Oprah, said is the reason why she liked rap music. She didn't like rap at first. Calling women, vulgar names, didn't let Ludacris on the show because the stuff he said in the, stuff he says in his music, but wouldn't let him on the show with the cast of Crash. He wasn't invited. because the music that he makes, he raps about, parties,
Stuff every rapper
women.
raps about.
He might call them names or something. He ain't talking about raping and pillaging women and children, though.
That's an interesting topic.
He ain't talking about you want to prove it to me, get violent. In DOA.
Those are interesting lyrics.
Moment of silence. DOA came out right around the time Michael Jackson was DOA. Let's not forget that. Michael Jackson owned half of Sony Publishing. That means when any artist from Sony dropped the album, Michael Jackson got paid. Beyonce. Yeah. Michael Jackson. But so when you talk about the richest man in Russia, owned the. Now remind you, this is the first Russian to ever own an NBA team too. Worth like $22 billion. Owned the nickel company in Russia. Yeah. Owned the New Jersey Nets with this guy. Moved them to Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? This is power, man. This is everybody that you know with power bowing down to this dude. Almost everybody. Bowing down to somebody who creates music. Now, in the Bible it says Lucifer had instruments built into his spiritual and physical beingness. He made music.
Yeah.
That's calling himself Jehovah since 1996. Since 96.
Wow. 1996.
Yeah. Man been calling himself Hope. Not only that, every rapper in the game that y'all worship and listen to their music, they all worship him. They all under Rock Nation. J. Cole, Rock Nation. Meek Mill, Rock Nation. DJ Khaled, Rock Nation. T.I., Rock Nation. Who else? Fat Joe, Rock Nation. Rock Nation got about 100 artists. So not only do Lucifer, the Bible say Lucifer make music, but this guy running around here calling himself Jehovah got his own streaming company, at least percentages of it, major percentages, pretty sure. What do you say? 50% a title? That's me.
Yeah.
He made a song. 50% of title. That's me. Or was it 50% of Rock Nation? You know what I'm saying? And title, he broke it up with his peeps or something like that. How the bars went. But go listen to the song. I forget. He tell you his percentages. Ace of Spade, 100%. But so. And now all this big fuss up that he could just come in the NFL. So you gotta understand when somebody, and we talking about black men too. We talking about black men in America. They locked up Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Killed Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Prince dead. Oh, Jay-Z owned all the rights to his music too.
That's strange.
It'll be exclusively coming out on Tidal first 2 weeks of its release. Yeah. So, R. Kelly was on the top of the charts. TV2, top of the charts. That dude went on tour with Jay-Z. Cassidy will tell you they had to give R. Kelly some guns. R. Kelly and his people some guns just to make it up out of there. His career ain't been the same since. Because he was the king, R&B. Can you imagine being on stage with somebody like Jay-Z and his ego? You R. Kelly, you up there singing and rapping. When Jay come out, crowd go crazy. When Kels come out, crowd go crazy. Yeah, you gotta go, homie. You should have turned down that deal. probably didn't have a choice. Don't look like too many people be having a choice. You deal with Jay-Z. The man rapped about raping and pillaging women and children in a song called Monster with Nicki Minaj and Rick Ross and Kanye West. But people wanna talk about Kanye West now because he's making gospel music, because he's telling you he worship white Jesus. Come on, man. If the Bible said Satan will have two false prophets, Jesus won't God show me the way, cause the devil's trying to break me down. Jesus won't. Come on, man. Two false prophets, man. What do you call himself? Jesus? Same dude. Same dude that said, what did he say? Only good gonna come is good when I'm coming.
Yeah.
And what was that song? Run This Town?
Yeah.
Coming to church, they won't take pictures and stuff? Yeah.
Same dude that said, I am a God.
Yeah. Tell them to go, they get down, get down. But so we gonna crack jokes, all that, all that, cause we've been this ain't new to us. So it's probably new to y'all. You're like, oh, this shit's making sense. What's going on? Yeah, who's the other false prophet? So who's the other false prophet? Tupac tried to tell you about him. This little nigga named Nas think he lied like me. Talking about he left the hospital, took fire like me. Possible candidate, if you're not Nas. You're just a possible candidate though. Pac said that. I'm just saying. Cause I heard you on 106 in Park, you said I'm a walking contradiction tattooed on my neck. And then you ether Jay-Z, you said I put your soul in ether, like you knew his soul was made out of light, and the ether is the darkness. That's why in the movie Thor, Dark World, they call it the ether, the darkness, the ether. Because when Nas said I put your soul in ether, everybody was rapping the lyrics. They didn't know what he was talking about though. They thought he was talking about ether that you cut dope with. So you gonna put his soul, so you gonna cut his soul with some dope. I mean, he tried to cut his soul with some ether, like some dope.
Yeah.
That's not what he was talking about. That's why he said, teach you the king you know you not. God's son across the belly. It proves you lost already. So Nas trying to say he got God's son across his belly because the belly is where the soul is. That's why it's called the solar plex. Your soul lies in your belly. It's where your first brain is. Second brain, first brain. Small intestine, big intestine, that's your first brain. You are what you eat. What you feed in your soul, that's where your soul at. Think about what you feed in your soul. Every day. So, this is doing all the thinking. This is like computer. Store stuff. That's what it do. Memory. But, Nas said put your soul in ether. Teach you, and he said, Rockefeller died of AIDS. That was the end of his chapter. And that's the guy you chose to name your company after. Put it together. I rock hoes, y'all rock fellas. Now, he said that because in the Bible, it says Satan won't have the desire of a woman. He'll be a homosexual. Shout out to my homosexuals out there. That's just what the Bible says. He won't have the desire of a woman. Because for a man and a woman to lay down, a child could be created, and that gives glory to the Creator, whether if you like it or not. And Satan don't want God to get no glory. So this is so the Bible said Satan won't have a desired woman. So Nas called Jay-Z gay. I don't know the man, never met him. Nas seemed to be familiar with him, being around him. He got into it with Cameron. Cameron calling him gay. So, Cameron was with The Rock. He was Rockefeller. Beanie Siegel made references. He was beefing with The Rock. So, when Obama changed courses and said he gonna push for gay marriages, the news reported that he had the full support of Jay-Z and Kanye West, and they supported the first gay rapper, Frank Ocean. I'm just a messenger. Don't be mad at me. I'm just spitting the facts. Fact check me. So, this is what the Bible says. So when the Bible is giving you signs on who to look for who is Lucifer, we just seeing who fit the criteria. How many people you know call themselves Jehovah? That make music. Now, music is so powerful. It's in every movie, every TV show. You got music. Every grocery store. I mean, you can have music without the NBA, but there is not the NBA without music. People go to war with music. Music is that powerful. It's incorporated into everything that we do. So if hip hop runs the world and Jay-Z runs hip hop, who running the world? And if Jay-Z, Lucifer, or Satan, now you understand why they've been trying to paint him as the good guy lately. In all these TV shows and stuff. You know, like Supernatural. Love that show. Love Sam and Dean. It's sad it's so demonic. You can tell like Satan probably behind the scene, writing the script. You know what I'm saying? Ancient aliens too. Love that shit. They give out so much information to convince you of some lies. I promise you. They give you a whole bunch of information like, hey, look, all this is true, but we want you to believe this. That's what KRS-One and all them 5%ers be doing too.
True.
Give you a whole bunch of truth to convince you ain't no God. You God. As soon as your girl call you, be like, what you doing? Oh, I'm sitting here chilling with Tef, doing this little video blog, you know what I'm saying? Boy, if you don't get your butt to the crib, you know what I'm saying? And watch these dishes. He playing it off on the phone like he ain't just get checked, you know what I'm saying, to come to the crib. Alright, yeah, for sure. Alright. Don't for sure me. You better get it, you got about 20 minutes to get here. Or your stuff gonna be outside. Yep. Alright, cool, babe. Alright. Sit here, act like cool for a minute. Next thing you know. Alright, Joe, man, I have to get up out of here, Joe. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, cause you God. So girl just told you if you don't get to the crib, God stuff gonna be in the yard.
God ain't gonna have a home.
But you God.
But you God.
Calm down, dog. Learn how to be a man. Learn how to be human. Learn how to be humane. Learn how to be peaceful. Learn that. You know what I'm saying? But let's go back to dude who said you want to prove it to him, get violent.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? American Gangster album out at the time when Obama on The View talking about this is when they asked Obama who if you listen to See a Blackberry or whatever, who would you be listening to? First word out of his mouth, Jay-Z. What are you listening to, American Gangster?
I mean,
that was the album out at the time, but
right.
What's your favorite song? Blue Magic? That Blue Magic, yeah, Obama. I bet. That Blue Magic. Blame Reagan for making me to a monster. Blame Oliver North and Iran Contra for that contraband that they sponsor. But for this rhyming stuff, we wasn't concert. I'm getting it. Straight getting it. They talking about it. I'm living it. Yeah. You gotta know thy enemy. Oh, I know thy enemy. Can't tell me nothing about Jack. He probably could. Certain things I probably ain't looking into. Foxy, what Foxy Brown said. We ain't going to that. She's supposed to be writing the all book.
Uh-oh.
Didn't come out.
Uh-oh.
I hope you're alright, Foxy, wherever you at.
Right. Guess you didn't get to tell all.
Yeah. But back to dude who sit down with Bill Gates. Warren Buffett at the 40/40 Club. Like this. Don't you know it's real gangsters in there, Buffett? You know you get shot tonight, right? Well, I'm assuming it's some real gangsters, you know. It's a good possibility. You at the club. But so when you talk about Lucifer, Satan, Beelzebub, you know, the Quran called them fire angels. The Bible called them seraphims. The Bible also said Satan will come and say he's me. That's what God said in the Bible. He said Satan will come and say he's me. Use light ideology behind they whole concept of how life's supposed to go. We don't worship light. We don't use light ideology and incorporate it into our whole existence. Light is like third on the element chain. Water comes before light. Sorry.
It does.
Water comes before light. This is what it is, man. You third. Probably even fourth. Wind probably come before light.